I'm about to tour this new construction luxury home behind me that is perfect for families. Hi, I'm Domingo, and for the past 5 years, I've been an avid learner about everything related to real estate. I'm a licensed agent at eXp Realty, a real estate investor, and a prior Army officer, so I know what it's like to move all across the US. So today, we're bringing all that experience together to tour this home. We're going to talk about what makes this home ideal for families, both inside the home and outside. Thanks to Josh Gibbons of Jen Allen Group, DJF Builders, and Frazier Home Design for bringing us this home. Now, do you know what makes a home a great family home? I'm going to show you what this home does very well, but first, let's start with a story. By the time I bought my first home, I was already in the Army, so I had a decent housing allowance coming in. But the problem is that I had no experience, and I was on a pretty tight timeline to find a home. With some help from more experienced friends, I ended up finding a home that had been renovated to cram 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms into roughly 2,200 square feet. At the time, I was just living by myself, and so I thought that this was going to secure me on the back end in the event that I sell, because families are always going to want this home. It had plenty of bedrooms, plenty of bathrooms. And when I eventually ended up selling, that's when I found out that it actually kind of sucked and families were going elsewhere. And that leads us to our first rule, which is the layout and the flow of the house has to be very family-centric. The second thing I learned is there has to be enough living space and private space. And this leads us to our final point, which is what's outside of your home is just as important as what's inside of your home. So starting with schools, the great thing about this home is that the elementary school is literally walking distance from this house. The middle school and high school are also not very far. And for those who are new to the Raleigh school systems, they often have superb extracurricular activities. For example, just a few weeks ago, I was taking a walk down the road adjacent to this, and plopped right in front of the yard is a young entrepreneur lives here. So whether it be entrepreneur programs, robotics, arts, all of that, schools here are great. The amenities also arrive at the schools, which wouldn't make sense. I mean, this house is about 6 minutes from downtown Raleigh. Literally, if you walk right outside of your front door and look right, there's a restaurant right on the corner of this road. Inside that, they also sell drinks and some convenient supplies. And then in the same lot is the Optimist, which is one of my favorite coffee spots local to this area. Within a 6-minute drive, you find downtown, 6 points, you could head towards Nightdale, and within that 6-minute radius, you can find everything you need. For example, Trader Joe's. And lastly, this particular spot is so centrally located to a lot of recreational activities, it is becoming a high demand area. For example, on the other side of the Optimist, so 2 blocks down, is a baseball park and a dog park. And then going past the elementary school, you run into a running club that meets every Tuesday and Thursday. And then 6 minutes north of here is a place called Ironworks, where they're developing a nice food court, several pickleball courts, and then my personal favorite, Triangle Rock Club's newest installation, which is going to be the largest rock climbing facility in North Carolina. At a place like that, it offers many outdoor adventures and activities, for example during the summer. So whether it be rock climbing or any conventional sport, this area has recreation on lockdown. Now here's the big money question that all of this leads to. Why does it even matter? Is it really just because of convenience or comfort? The most important thing about a family-centric home is that it has to be a place where you could plant roots, develop and share core memories with your family. And that takes both the inside of the house and the outside of the house. Raising a family is already challenging enough. Your home should be something that helps you raise kids. It should be able to provide both inside and outside. And that's something that this home delivers very well on. And before you move, you should also be researching what the entire area has to offer. Not doing so doesn't allow you to verify that the city overall matches the values that you're looking for. So if you're new to the Raleigh or Greater Triangle area, I actually made a very detailed video explaining the entire area. You can find that right here. Thanks, I'll see you next time.
How much is the house?
This one, 1.65 I think, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice house. I think that's the same builder right there too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you too.